Just a day ago, Qatar's foreign minister called Hamas a legitimate resistance movement. And that's one of the reasons why I have joined with Ranking Member Engel in introducing the Palestinian International Terrorism Support Prevention Act. This bill will impose sanctions on foreign persons and agencies, and yes, on governments, that assist Hamas or assist Palestinian Islamic Jihad or the affiliates of these two groups.
There is no excuse for openly harboring terrorists and supporting groups that seek to harm our allies. And the excuse by Qatar that it is harboring these nefarious actors is because the U.S. asked them to, no longer stands up. Qatar should not be continuing this reckless policy due to past mistakes from previous Republican and Democratic administrations. We must not allow for our air base to be used as a means to justify this sort of behavior and our lack of a more appropriate response. Doha's behavior must change the status quo, and if it does not, it risks losing our cooperation on the air base.
The World Cup and the North Korean workers that are going to be paid for by that government there, with the money going back to North Korea, that is probably going to be used to finance more missile research. And I don't think I have to tell the panel or anybody here that this is an even more troubling scenario than some of the other. And we're talking about a large number of North Koreans, including the North Korean military. They're going to be working on that.
Qatar has served as a financial and political lifeline for Hamas's devastating rule in Gaza since the terror group took over more than a decade ago. Qatar has sent hundreds of millions of dollars into the Gaza Strip, provides safe haven in Doha for Hamas leader Khalid Mashal, and helped legitimize Hamas rule in 2012 when the emir became the first international leader to visit Hamas-led territory. Qatar has also supported other dangerous groups in the region, including sending advanced weaponry and financing to extremist elements in Syria and Libya.
Qatar is a military ally of the United States, but has simultaneously supported Hamas and al-Qaeda. We have a role in easing tensions in the region, but not at the expense of our national security interests and our values. Qatar must cut ties with terrorists. Our allies cannot provide support to our enemies.
Qatar, small country, small population, significant wealth from natural gas, wanted to play a bigger role in the region. They wanted to have a foreign policy that was outsized for itself. And they looked around and said, okay, where can we make a difference? And one of the areas that was open was talking to these groups. As they became closer and closer to these groups over time, they started supporting them.